Hello, it's the summer holiday here, so I'm a teacher and so's my two sisters, so summer holidays extra special, and I'm setting myself a challenge of doing something every day outside during the summer holiday. Now today that should be quite easy because it is a gorgeous day. Tomorrow it's supposed to be really wet and rainy, so that's going to be a bit more interesting. Unfortunately seeing as this is the nicest weather day that we've had, I've been a little bit poorly, so my sister has taken over the job that I was going to do, which is brilliant. So Judith has weeded almost all of this onion bed. Well, I say onion bed, actually it's only this small amount that's full of onions. From the wooden post up to this wooden post is shallots, which, as you can see, some of them are looking great and some of them are not so much. So I'm not really sure what happened to the others. They are a different variety, so up to that wooden post is a different variety to beyond it. But it was full of weeds, so I don't suppose they'd like that very much. But Jude's done a fantastic job clearing it, and it's really, really helpful when when you just use whatever time you have. Here are some spring onions, which are looking really, really happy. Don't have much luck with spring onions, but those are really good. So I can't wait to taste them. Jude's also done a bit of weeding in the bean bed, but it's a bit tricky actually getting anywhere in the bean bed at the moment because the plants themselves are really big and very happy. They're right next door to these peas, which are also really big and quite happy. And she's also cleared this little bit here, which is hopefully where some courgettes are going to go. Showing here, which are looking a little bit sad. I took them out the greenhouse earlier and I'm a bit worried that they're not coping very well out of the greenhouse. So I'm not sure whether to put them back in or not. Today's not as rainy as I thought it would be, but it is very, very windy. So I'm just going to do one little thing today because I'm still sticking with my challenge of doing something every day in the garden. And today I'm going to measure out where the chickens and the quail pen are going to go because I need to get the wood for it. So I have to build it myself because, well, prices are extortionate at the moment and I can't really afford to spend on something that I could do myself anyway, so I'm going to have to build their pens myself. I'll probably get the actual house to go inside the pen online because that is a bit more expertise which I don't actually have. So today's challenge is to measure out the chickens and quails pens so I can buy the wood. So I hope you can hear me because it's really windy, but I think I'm blocking it with my hand. The chickens and quails are going to go at the other side of this fence, going out into the field, but I need to build a secure pen for them. these trees, but some of them I'm hoping will stay as a bit of shelter for them. With it being really windy, I was a bit worried about the beans, but they're actually holding up reasonably well. I've not staked them or anything. Probably should, but they are sheltered by the P support. This is the prevailing wind from the west, so, and they are sheltered by those spruce trees as well. So they're doing okay. Touch wood. Some wood. Here's some wood. Hello. Excuse the scarf and sunglasses. It's anti-flies on face and hair treatment. There's loads of flies around at the bottom of this garden. I think they gather here because it's often quite damp. I don't know if there used to be like a stream here or something, but we're quite close to the old bones, so maybe this was the old route for it. So my task for today is to try and prune back some of this fuchsia behind me. It's not exactly the right time of year for it, but the things I want to cut back today are all dead anyway. I'll show you in a minute, but there's loads of dead stems that need really going to give the bush a bit more life. Hopefully it will start to come up from near the bottom. Now it was a beautiful day earlier, but it's kind of looking a little bit stormy now. In fact, it feels hot as well, so I may have to abort, and if it starts thundering then I'll head inside, because I don't really want to be stuck outside in a thunderstorm. So I'm going to get on with my job, and well, I'll show you what it looks like first of all. I don't think there's anywhere for me to set up the camera here, so it may be a before and after picture job. So let's see how I can get on. So here's the fuchsia bush that I'm going to be cutting back. As you can see, it's kind of like alive at the bottom, dead at the top. So I want to cut back the top growth, let it have a bit more air, a bit more room to grow further. I'm not really sure if it's the right thing to do, but it seems sensible anyway. This is how it's going so far. So I've chopped loads and loads of dead branches off the top, some of which are really big. There's a really big thick one here which the loppers just aren't gonna be able to do it, but I do have my mini pruning saw, which is not mine at all, it's my sister's. So that's the next big one to try and get down. So here's how it's looking. Well, that's about as much as I can do from this side, I think. I'm not going to do any more just now anyway, because it is starting to feel really stormy. Although, as you can see, if I just I go that way, over there is beautiful sunshine. So let's hope the clouds are travelling away from us. So I'll just show you what I've done. I'm quite pleased with how I've got on. I think the rest of it will have to be done from the other side, which will be a bit of a nightmare getting through without the dogs. Always is. So I'll show you. So this is what I've got done. So if you can remember what it was like before with the dead branches, they're all there, going right up into the branches of the spruce trees. I've cut all of that back just to give it room to fill out again. There's like a really tall thistle there. So it looks quite different now. It actually looks like it's supposed to be here and it's not just an accident. So if I go back a little bit, maybe you'll be able to see it better. I'm sure there's nothing coming. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that came on. Let's have a look at what it's like around. There's the block there. And then over to the wind farm. The wind farm's very happy at the moment because there is a bit of a breeze. Can you hear the wind turbines? They're not very loud. And then I'm going to head up the road home. Now, I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think that hole's got bigger since last time I saw it. But I'm actually quite sure it has. I think that stone's been moved slightly. But that stone is really, really heavy. That's a bit weird. Something's dug at the base of it, which I think it might have done. I think something's been digging at it. That's really bizarre. Right, we'll have to think of something to do with that, because the dogs are definitely getting through there. Orlando included, the big one. Hello, sunglasses and headscarf again, because there's loads and loads of flies and they are really annoying. So today my job is to find an elder tree, which we saw from the road. We've never actually seen it before, and I think it's the one just behind me. Do you see those leaves there? Very different ones from the spruce trees. So my job for today is to give it a bit more light by cutting back some of the spruce branches. It is quite flyy here today, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done before I get a bit fed up with them. We'll just have to wait and see. So as you can see, there's a lot of cutting back needs doing for these lower branches, so we can actually get to the wall. It's going to be quite a big job, I think, and I don't think I'll get it all done today. Well, I'm going to leave it at that for now. I don't actually think that it is an elder. I'm wondering if it's one of those spindle trees that we have near the front of the house. But never mind, because it's going to be a lot happier now. It's got a bit more light to it. So I've cut down the lower branches of two of the trees. See how much it is? It's an obscene amount. It's ridiculous. But it does mean that we can now get to the wall. So I'll just show you what this new view is. So this is the farmer's cow pasture, and here's the tree that I was trying to get to. Don't think it is an elder anymore, but it's still really nice, still really pretty. You can see it kind of intertwining with the branches up there, so I'll leave those branches as a support for it. So I think I'm going to call it a morning at that. Go in, have a drink, come back out to a bit of weeding later. Okay, so that is the principle of little and often. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and to be honest, the only reason why it does work is because we don't have livestock. So if we had livestock, I would have to do more every single day, feed them, water them, muck them out, that sort of thing. So because we don't have any animals yet, apart from our two dogs, the little and often approach does work quite well. Don't forget to subscribe, please, for more content, and I think you get notifications if you click the little bell icon next to the word subscribe. I'm still quite new to this. Have a lovely couple of days, and I'll see you next time.